this year, for the first time in many years, they're unveiling an entirely new design for the New Year's Eve ball. I feel like the only proper way to celebrate is to become every single New Year's Eve ball up until this point, starting way back in the 1800s. This one's way more heavy duty than the ones that I've put on for becoming Voldemort. Actually, it wasn't even a bald cap. I just got a white swim cap and then painted my entire face white. That wasn't even for a video or Halloween. John, why did I become Voldemort? Oh, hell yeah. Start by wetting hair with water. Just slick back. Hair must be as smooth as possible. Let me go Malfoy my hair. I've never seen my hair this flat. Look at that hairline. Anyway, here we are. Looks like a soldier. Nice, very nice. The instructions say to leave the back open to let the sweat drip down. It's just so gross to think that all the sweat just funnels down the back of my back. So this is what I would look like bald. The New Year's Eve ball doesn't have eyebrows. I don't want to shave it all. But alas, the New Year's Eve ball doesn't have a beard. Maybe I should do something fun before I just get rid of it. Oh my gosh, immediately I was thinking, oh, I'll just shave the middle, but no, not a good idea. What if I shave everything but the middle? I feel like there's a very futuristic trend. No hair, no eyebrows, and a skid mark. Oh wait, that's not the right term. I look like an egg. Hi, Bo, get ready with me for a really busy day. Let's go get John's reaction. Hey John, will you still love me when I'm old and possibly hairless?
Yeah, of course. That's crazy.
Do you think I could rock the bald look?
Wait, look at me again.
Why'd you laugh?
Because you looked at me so intensely.
I looked at you normally. You just can't tell my expression because I don't have eyebrows.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm just a little egg. Soft boiled.
Good job.
Thanks. First and foremost, we are becoming the inspiration for what became the New Year's Eve time ball, which was called a maritime clock or a maritime ball. In the 1800s, giving a history lesson while in this look is kind of crazy, but anyway, in the 1800s, ports would have maritime clocks. The most prominent one was in Greenwich, so Greenwich Mean Time. These balls would be on these ports so that passing ships and sailors could know what time it was based on how close the ball was to the bottom. The idea of a silver ball dropping on a pole originated here. So to become this silver maritime ball, I'm just gonna paint my entire face metallic gray. And then also, I got this paper towel and toilet paper roll so that I can be the actual ball on the pole. I'm scared of putting hot glue directly on my head. I feel like it's gonna burn. Okay, I don't feel any crazy heat. Yay! I'm gonna need to paint my neck white so that I blend in. We'll do this at the end. Ooh, wow, goopy. I'm gonna be so shiny. I do remember very vividly during New Year's 2019 turning to 2020, I was walking to meet up with my friends and I just had a moment where I took a pause for myself to think about what I wanted to do for that year. I just committed that 2020 was gonna be the year that I dedicated to doing everything that I wanted to do regardless of what other people thought. And that was the year that I ended up actually meeting my fiance and coming out. That was probably the craziest resolution that I ever committed to and saw through to the end. This is just such a satisfying feeling.
Oh my god. You look like...
Water, calcium carbonate, titanium dioxide, lead. Just kidding. Do not use an area of eyes? Oh. I told my mom about this video idea and she suggested that I go find a pole or like a lamppost or anything out in public that I could slide down once I'm fully transformed so that I'm technically the ball going down the pole. But I don't know if I am willing to risk being seen like this in public. Grinch and Rudolph were one thing, but I think this is next level. I hope this can go on your lips. Do I look like a maritime ball? My Taco Bell got delivered. I'm gonna eat a little bit so that I don't faint. Imagine I fainted and the paramedics came and I'm just like this. I just want this private jet and whichever one of these 100 pilots. It's definitely a little warm on the scalp. Do I even risk super gluing it? I think we did it. I'm a maritime ball. This is the 1833 maritime clock. Phase 1 of the New Year's Eve ball. The origin story. John, do you want to see the maritime ball?
Oh, wow. It's just a silver ball.
Just the silver ball? They were silver balls that dropped to indicate to sailors what time it was.
What?
You don't like my maritime clock?
Of course I do. It looks great. Great job.
Maybe we'll impress him with the 2026 Final Form New Year's Eve ball. I'm gonna give myself nightmares editing this. In 1907, Times Square copied the idea of a ball dropping down a pole to tell the time, and they wanted to use that idea to ring in the new year, 1908. And so they created a 700-pound ball of iron with a 125-watt incandescent bulb, which was officially the first New Year's Eve ball. I have these miniature balloon lights that illuminate. I could just put these down my face to look like the first New Year's Eve ball. Problem is, I don't know how I'm gonna get these to stick to my face because I can't use super glue on my face. That's right, no you can't. I'm hoping that it sticks to my face just with some spirit gum, because plans C and D get increasingly bad. Yes! Apologies for the resting, I'm a New Year's Eve ball face. If I smile or emote in any way, a lot of these will fall off. But I promise you, I'm thrilled with the result so far. Let me go into total darkness and see what this looks like. This is insane, I crushed this. Happy New Year! What is life? What am I doing? It's almost midnight, and I still have 2 New Year's Eve balls to go. The next New Year's Eve ball is probably the one that you're most familiar with, which is the one that's been around for many, many years. Thousands of LEDs covered in crystals with all the triangles. So we're gonna become the early 2000s New Year's Eve ball. I look like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I must say, I am pleasantly surprised by the outcome of the previous one. I took some photos in a dark room and you could truly mistake a photo of me as the New Year's Eve ball for a picture of the actual 1908 New Year's Eve ball, if I do say so myself. While we're here, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Honestly, I live for the comments. Anytime I get a YouTube notification, I drop everything that I do and just relish in whatever the comment is. Thankfully, they're not mean yet, which is ideal. And shout out to you returning commenters. There's literally like 3 besides my family. I see y'all. Appreciate the support. Time check. It is now 20 past midnight. Ever since I was a kid, at night, I always got very existential thoughts. I remember very vividly going up to my mom or my grandma or my dad and freaking out about death when I'm like 6 years old. But it's interesting because even though I still have existential thoughts at night, I'm able to pivot my mindset around it. I don't want to say embrace death, but I kind of just say like, yeah, this is all finite and I could get hit by a bus tomorrow, so why don't I become the New Year's Eve ball? No regrets. Life's not that serious. And just do what you want as long as it's not harming anyone. Oh boy. I feel like I would look exactly like the ball if I closed my eyes. What'd you think? Were you confused? Imagine you're under the New Year's Eve ball in Times Square. Were you convinced? We're leaving the triangles behind in 2025 because the 2026 ball, named the Constellation Ball, is made up entirely of circular crystals. You heard it here first. Maybe not, but maybe. It's almost 1 a.m. and this is what I look like. I may look crazy, but I actually don't need to clean it much more than that to be a good base for the 2026 ball. I wonder what somebody that saw this out of context would think. The 2026 ball is called the Constellation Ball because colors flow throughout the ball underneath these circular crystals. I'm gonna paint my face to look like a colorful constellation, and then we're gonna deck it out with lights and rhinestones, the whole 9 yards, and we'll have officially walked through the entire history of the New Year's Eve ball. Let's get started. I'm just gonna trust the process here as it looks absolutely horrendous right now. I just look like a fruitcake. Hopefully it turns out well.
10 seconds later.
I look like a clown. Now I have to add all the rhinestones and lights to the face, and I think it'll pull it all together. It better, because otherwise, I'ma be pissed. Am I starting to look pretty? Do you like it? Just for context, it's 2:30 a.m. right now.
All around me are familiar faces.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year!